Hi guys, my name is Jill. Welcome to my channel. This is my very first video, new to YouTube here, and looking forward to having great stories and having many topics on here with you guys. Um, I'm just going to cut right into it. I started this channel just to simply talk about life, talk about life's experiences. We all experience good events, bad events, traumatic ups and downs of life and things like that. And I feel like a lot of us, even when we do experience something traumatic, it could be pretty devastating to talk about it and kind of embarrassing, depending on how bad it was that we went through in life to talk about. So I just wanted to kind of be a voice to be helpful. People have been helpful to me, and I've been watching videos and just on many topics, not just one topic, but I felt like I kind of wanted to start contributing and adding a little piece up to the pie of my topics and my thoughts and feelings on certain things. I want to start off by introducing myself a little bit. Like I said, I go by Jill. It's just a family nickname. I kind of just grown into it, so I actually prefer Jill. I'm 31. I have one child. He's a little boy. He's 3, and that's it. Just one kid. I work as a medical assistant at a college here in Buffalo, New York. And I have a little bit of a background in nursing. Work as a licensed practical nurse. I've been licensed for the last 10 years. So that's just a little bit about me. Going into a little bit of a deeper topic, I am newly divorced as well. This is basically November of 2016. So the last couple days before November. Um, my divorce was finalized in August. It was finalized in August of 2016, but we've been separated since last year, since September of 2015. September of 2015. Bear with me. It's been so many things that's been going on in this past year, so many events, and I'm still adjusting on a daily basis and still trying to figure out um, just what it's like to start over as a single woman. I've been kind of always guided my whole life. I lived with my parents up until the point that I got married. So I was kind of always under somebody's wing. You know what I mean? I went from living with mom and dad, and then I went straight into marriage. I was married when I was 23. And so it's different trying to get used to a lifestyle of adjusting and being on your own, especially when you were kind of used to always being with someone or being around someone or knowing that someone would always be there. You know what I mean? So when you're trying to do all of this on your own as a single parent, it's just different. Single parent, single person, whatever, it's just different. So I don't like to talk about the details of my divorce because it came down to I'm divorced. I don't want to ever disrespect him. I don't want to disrespect people that are close to me. So that, I hope you guys aren't like, oh, what happened what to make you cause for the divorce to happen. Like certain topics are just topics that just touch the heart. But I do want to talk about what the divorce process is like, what it's like starting over, and what a lot of things that I kind of experienced in life and how I felt that it has led me to the point of where I'm at right now. So this is my new first video. I don't really want to go hard, deep, because every week I plan on sharing a bit more with you and talking about things, not just talking about a divorce. Who wants to talk about that all the time? Not me. I just learned how to stop crying like 2 months ago. I don't want to talk about that every single video, but just talk about, hey, a new home, new friends, new family. Yes, I want to say new family, but me engaging in the other half of my family that I was never engaged with when I was a younger child, and they've been by my side, and they've been my backbone, and they've been my support system. So, in a sense, new family. I wasn't around them when I was younger or years before. The other half of my father's side of the family, and we've gotten extremely close. and new friends that have been in my life and that have helped me along the way and to get to where I'm at now. And I want to talk about a little bit of things that we experience in life under parents' household or under a marriage, and things that we just might have always wanted to experience. And truthfully, was kind of just always afraid to. I don't want to talk about religion at all. I'm a very spiritual person, but I don't get into topics of religion because, as we know, that's such a touchy topic. But a lot of times we may not know it, but, and I don't mean this in a negative light at all, but sometimes being molded in a certain way from a religion and the impact that can play on us as adults and wanting to be loyal and abide by that religion's guidelines and standards. And sometimes how, not always, not necessarily, but sometimes it kind of hinders how we develop as an adult. You know, we grow up wanting to experience things that we kind of never wanted to experience due to religious beliefs and how others would look at us, being afraid. Something so simple. Maybe I wanted a tattoo on my leg, but you know, a lot of times, certain religions break it down to maybe that's unacceptable. Maybe you can only dress a certain kind of way. Maybe you can only have a certain amount of piercings. That's something that seems so small, and I know some of you probably listen to that and laugh, but really it's so many people out there that experience these things, and they just grow up and go through life kind of being held back a little bit, or not being held back, but kind of just always wanting to experience things or try a certain limit to things, but being afraid to due to just a control that may be over us or a strong influence. And not to say anything is bad with that, because it certainly isn't. But sometimes when we hold ourselves back, sometimes to a certain limit, we grow up in life always thinking like, man, I should have tried it, or man, what if I took that experience and I was good in this certain talent, and maybe what if I just went that direction with it. I wanted to try this, and then I wanted to always dress this certain type of way, and I always wanted to have my hair this certain type of way. What if? Why am I living in a box? Why am I living my feelings in a box, my emotions and my thoughts and things I just wanted to try in a box? And that can be from any kind of control, you know. And sometimes we think when we're younger, like, oh, I can marry this one, or I can stay in a certain religion, or I can stay in a certain household, or whatever, you know, and then it won't affect us. And we get to a certain point in life where we're kind of thinking, wow, it really is affecting us, because we should have tried it, or we should have took that chance when we wanted to, as opposed to having that fear at that time. So I'll get more into the next video of how I ended up here, and just starting over and just going from there and talking about a lot of things. Talking about fashion. Now that I'm 31 and single, I say that because I feel like my senses have been heightened in my creativity. Now I'm into DIY projects and crafts and arts and crafts. I used to never be into those things. I was always creative, maybe not that creative. I was always interested in being creative. I always liked the idea of decorating my home, and I did decorate my home. But now I'm into like doing things that I can make for myself, or putting things together with my son, or just taking a different avenue to it. And I used to never be that way. So sometimes I feel like we go through something to grow through something. We really do. And hopefully it always makes us for the better. So once again, thank you for just checking out my channel. This is just a welcoming, introducing myself. My channel is The Real with Jill .com. That's my blog. But just thank you. Thank you for just hearing me out, and nice to meet all of you. And if you have any other questions, as more videos and more things come along, feel free to ask me topics you want to talk about. I'll try to be as honest as I can, because that's the purpose of me just wanting to be real and talk about things that people are afraid to talk about, that may be bad or traumatic. You know, it labels us. Who wants to talk about how they're labeled? So, welcome. And thank you for welcoming me, and the love that I've received already has been amazing. Thank you for the love, because when you go through something, sometimes you need that love. So thank you. And I'll be talking to you soon. Bye, guys.